Hello, P5 students! Happy New Year and welcome to Semester 2. Welcome to this another video of math class. We are now on chapter 11 and it talks about calculation rules. You will learn two lessons. We have lesson 1, the use of laws of arithmetic to simplify calculations, and lesson 2, the order of operations. Are you familiar with the lesson? So stay tuned with this video as I will discuss these topics to you. Okay, children, come on, let's get started. Take a look on this picture. The girl said that she has three boxes. The boy said that he has he have two bags of four boxes. So how many boxes do they have in all? So to calculate, as you can see, we have a number sentence here. 3 plus 2 times 4. So should you will add or multiply first? What do you think? Add or multiply? So if you know the answer, you can share that during our class, okay? Now let's start with lesson A. Lesson A is the use of laws of arithmetic to simplify calculations. We have a problem here. There are 18 $5 notes. How much does AD have if we are going to find the total worth of the notes? So if you have your answers, you can share it during our class. How are you going to find the total? Are you going to multiply only 18 times 5 or do you have any other ways? Okay, children, stay tuned. Okay, let's continue. I have here another problem. How many vehicles are there? Take a look here. We have this problem. There are 35 motorcycles, 178 cars, and 65 vans at a car park. Find the total number of vehicles in a car park. As we can see here, we are going to add 35 plus 178 and 65. We have what we call the commutative law of addition. It says that we can swap or switch the order of 178 and 65. We can swap them because it's easier to add 35 and 65. It will give us 100. Then plus 178, so it gives us the total number of vehicles in the car park, which is 278. So when we say commutative law of addition, we can switch the numbers that we are going to add. Still, the answer is the same. Okay, children? Let's have another problem. How many pieces of cutlery are produced? A factory produces 183 knives, 450 spoons, and 250 forks each day. So how many pieces of cutlery does it produce in a day? So we are going to add 183 plus 450 and 250. We have what we call the associative law of addition. It says that we can add 450 and 250 first. Why? Because it's easier to add, right? Because they are in tens. So 450 plus 250 equals 700. Then 700 plus 183 is 883. So this is what we call associative law. It means that we can add the other number first. Even though we have 183 on the first, on the left side, you can do the second and the third first because it's easier to add them. Then we will add the 183. So we have now the total number of cutlery that the factory produces, which is 883 pieces. Okay, so that is what we call the associative law of addition. Let's continue. How many seats are there? Take a look here. In a school hall, seats are arranged in rows of 36. There are 25 rows. So how many seats are there altogether? We have method 1. We can multiply 36 times 25. Now, this 36, we can break it down into 4 times 9, right? Next. Then, we have what we call the commutative law of multiplication. If we have the commutative law of addition, we have also the commutative law of multiplication. Again, what is commutative law? We can swap or switch the position of numbers. When we swap them, the answer is still the same. So instead of multiplying 4 times 9 times 25, we can start multiplying which one? The 4 times 25. Why? Because that is easier to multiply. 25 times 4 is 100. After that, multiply it by 9, so the total is 900. Therefore, there are 900 seats altogether. So that is what we call commutative law of multiplication. We have method 2. So again, we have the 36. We rewrite that or break it down into 9 times 4. Now, we have the associative law of multiplication. The same with addition. Associative law, it means instead of multiplying first the 9 times 4, we can multiply first the 4 times 25. The answer will not change, it's still the same. After that, multiply it by 9 and it will give us 900. So the total number of seats are 900, or the total number of seats, or there are 900 seats altogether. Okay, I have here another problem. How much honey is there? This bottle contains 110 ml of honey. So how many milliliters of honey are there in 18 such bottles of honey altogether? It means we are going to multiply 110 times 18. But instead of using the usual way of multiplication, we can use the distributive law of multiplication that says 18 groups of 110 is the same as adding 10 groups of 110 and 8 groups of 110. So we will break down 18 into 10 and 8. So we split 18 into 10 and 8, multiply each of the numbers by 110, and it gives us 1,100 and 880. Then we will add them, and the total is 1,980. So there are 1,980 ml of honey altogether. So this is what we call distributive law of multiplication. Now let's move to lesson B, the order of operations. Take a look on this problem. How many eggs does each of the children have? How are we going to calculate for this answer, for the result? Okay, take a look. If we are going to calculate, we will use this one. For the girl, we have, or for the boy, we have 2 times 6 because there are 2 groups of 6 plus 1. Or we can also calculate by 1 plus 2 times 6. If we are going to calculate these two problem, can we get the same answer? And what is the answer, children? Okay, share your answer during our class. Next, how many pens does Yi Ming have? Take a look on this problem. Yi Ming has 3 pens, then he buys more 2 packs of 4 pens each. So how many pens does he have altogether? So how are we going to calculate this problem? It's easy for you to find the answer because of the picture, right? But how about if we don't have picture for this problem? So we can calculate with this. 3, then plus 2 times 4. We will do the multiplication first, the two groups of 4, and that is 8 pence. 8 pence. Then after that, we add the 3, and we got the total of 11 pence. So we will do multiplication first before addition. This problem, but the masses of different watermelons. Look at this problem. So what is the difference between the masses of the big and the small watermelon? One big watermelon weighs 7 kilograms. 4 small watermelons weighs or the mass is 20 kilograms. So what is the mass of each of these watermelons? So how are we going to calculate? We can calculate using this problem. 7 minus 20 divided by 4. So we will divide first the 20 by 4 to get the mass of one small watermelon. So that is 5. So we can subtract now. 7 minus 5 is 2. So the difference between the mass of the small and big watermelons is 2 kilograms. So if we have a problem like this, we will do first division and followed by subtraction. Take note. Okay, so in the order of operations, children, always take note with this. When solving a problem that involves several or multiple operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, always follow this basic order of operations. Do multiplication first, then do division, followed by addition and subtraction. So we have MDAS, MDAS, or think of my dinner and supper. Okay? Multiplication followed by division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, P5, please remember this order of operations. Okay, P5, that's all about Chapter 11, Calculation Rules. I will discuss more about this lesson during our class. Thank you for watching, children, and I hope that you learned a lot in this video. Always remember to stay safe and healthy. God bless everybody and enjoy the rest of the day.